And we are officially live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another rendition of the Strong Style Syndicate, your New Japan Pro Wrestling post show breakdown team here at BC WrestlePod. Of course, my name is Mikey, and I am joined tonight by the lovely, the one and only Mr. Bear Nakano himself. Very fitting for what we are about to cover. But I'm happy to have you here tonight, my friend. Be like,
Greetings and salutations. Let's rock and roll, shall we?
we shall. So, of course, tonight we are here to break it down new NJPW's The New Beginning, which, of course, is it's the US version of The New Beginning, which we had earlier in the month of February, but this is New Japan's first US show of 2026. And honestly, this was a really fun card. Holy crap. I'm not gonna lie, going into this, given how Wrestle Kingdom was, well, Wrestle Kingdom wasn't necessarily bad. We know that it was mostly there for Tanahashi's retirement, and then the fallout of everybody and their mother leaving New Japan. I was like, oh, good golly gosh, you guys, what are we about to do? And so, not to say that the pressure was on, but New Japan really needed to prove um, they needed to kind of step it up and figure out what they were going to do in terms of who they had still on the roster. And dare I say, pretty much they succeeded. There wasn't really a match that I disliked wholeheartedly. Um, I had a good time with this one, and I'm really excited to talk about it. There was a lot of good fun for this show for sure.
Oh, definitely. This was really a fun show. Um, we got a little bit of mystery, which was solved later on in the week. um,
Hmm.
and I guess Unbound Company was a reference to being unbound by contracts.
Yeah, because when this show aired, I was just like, oh, okay, we'll see. And then literally the week later, I'm like, oh, okay. This is what happens when you go back in time and watch things, and now you see other things play out in current time. You're like, oh, okay. So, before we get into it and dive too deeply into all of this, of course, I'm going to make the intro bit short. YouTube, Twitch, and Kick is where you can see us live. YouTube houses our edited, reviews. The social medias at BC WrestlePod house the report cards, the previews of the weekly TV product, the predictions, and all the other fun stuff as well. BC WrestlePod shop.fourthwall.com has our merchandise, and our friendo, the coffee bot backslash BC WrestlePod is where you can help donate because we pay for a lot of streaming services, and these New Japan shows for the US are not included in the price you pay for New Japan World anyway. So I shelled out $20, which is actually not that bad compared to other things that we shell out for these pay-per-views. So I'm okay with it all. But if you want to donate to the cause, you can. But if not, no worries, because we know times are tough out here. All right, let's get into it because we got we got matches to talk about and some things that we need to discuss, especially towards the end with certain people no longer being a part of New Japan, but are in other places, which we'll save at the end. Or we could start right now because one of these what oop, let me go back. One of these things is not like the other. One of these guys is in AEW now.
Yes.
So we started off the night with a singles bout, of course, opening the show. We had, master of the NJPW LA dojo, or at least he's out here doing the good Lord's work out here in Los Angeles. We had Fred Rosser taking on David Finlay. And I enjoyed this. This is a pretty good bout. I mean, I have to be completely honest. When I saw what the rest of the card looks like, I was just like, this is gonna be fun. And you guys did great. I'm proud of you. What's next?
Yeah, that pretty much sums up exactly how I felt about this match. Because like in my notes, I was just like, "Great opening match, nicely built." like, uh, like it really wasn't it was great. It was fine. Like it's everything you would want to open up a New Japan show, and
Mhm.
to give people a taste of like what New Japan was or is. This was a pretty good opener, and
Absolutely.
what was it like? Uh, Fred Rosser, man, like I really like Fred Rosser a lot. Like his run with the NJPW Strong title was
Mhm.
a great run. So I'm glad he's still up to still around here.
He's always on the New Japan Strong shows. He was at Resurgence when I went last year in the opening bout as well, which was a lot of fun to watch too. So you're in good hands with Fred. David
Mm,
Finlay would win this match, and then of course, place it up. He doesn't get on the mic. He's like cheering to the crowd. And now that we know what we know, it's like this was the final time that David Finlay and his shillelagh would appear in New Japan. Because then 2 weeks later, he would be appear and sign to AEW. I'm like, baller, let's go.
yeah, Finley's a great hand. He does everything like pretty like fundamentally sound. Like and he's a great talker. So I'm here for it.
100%. So this was the curtain call, so to speak, for David Finlay, and now he is joining Clark Connors and Gabe Kidd in AEW. All three of them have been signed, and they are now just going by the Dogs instead of the War Dogs. So tune in tomorrow to hear all that because it's funny because this show happened, and then again a week and a half later, which we're going to talk about tomorrow, he debuted, and there he is on my screen again. I'm like, cool. So that's going to be a fun one. But still a pretty fun opening bout and definitely set the mood off right because next, ooh, let's talk about
Oh
this
man.
one. God, the first match was cool. This match was baller. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me set this up. So this is for the New Japan Strong Open Weight Championship, never Open Weight Championship. It's a mouthful. It's crazy out here, but you have the champion, Tomohiro Ishii, taking on the challenger in Bolton Oleg. And let me just say, I was not mentally and spiritually and emotionally prepared for beefy people beating up against each other. But hot damn, Ishii is such a good seller, and Bolton
Mm.
Oleg has improved so much in the last 2 years since being a part of New Japan. And honestly, I get excited every time I see Oleg come out because I was just like, you are so good. And I'm so, again, it's another moment. It's like, I'm so proud of you of how much you've improved. And the way he manhandled Ishii too, I was like, that's crazy to watch.
Yeah, I love how they brought up the New Beginnings, Road to New Beginnings matchup with Hartley Jackson because of the TMDK feud with Bishimon and Oleg. Like Bishimon
Mhm.
and Oleg, that's a pretty cool trio. Like as soon as I saw them together, I was like, "Oh, I like that." And
Honestly, you can never go wrong with Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi at your side.
nope, Hiroki Goto is a is the goat. Oh, but I lost my train of thought there. Um, oh man, what a battle this was! Like, I love like that Oleg was still selling the head like after the match, and like Tomohiro Ishii like just does not have a bad match. Like I've never seen him have a bad match. He brought something
He
out of Oleg special tonight, that night.
For reals, for as much as Ishii wrestles and for how long he has wrestled too, because this picture makes him look like he's someone's granddad. I'm like, who let grandpa in the ring?
Yeah, right.
But there is a reason he is the stone pitbull of New Japan. I'm like, this man will take a bite out of you and not let go and will put you through the ringer. Gosh, man, this match rolled. And then of course by the end of this, we have our first title change happened of the night in which Boltin Oleg wins and is our new New Japan Strong Openweight champion. So good on Oleg. I was just like, thank goodness, because I was worried when he initially lost his championship, and now we have it back. It's all is right in the world, and I can't wait to see this championship run for Oleg. This should be a fun one. And also, keep wearing those hats because they are amazing, and I love it.
What one thing I thought was awesome was that, like, this really culminated in this match here, like, really proved how over New Japan really has become in the States. Like, they weren't working in American style. This was straight up Japanese strong style,
No,
and
100%.
the crowd still came for everything. So all those old heads who say that you can only work one way. Oh yeah, watch this match.
For real. I haven't, you know what? I'm gonna say this now. I want to shout out to the New Jersey crowd because y'all did the thing. Y'all brought the
Mm,
energy and the consistency. And I'm like, these are my peoples. I loves you. Oh man, they were so good, and they definitely made the whole entire event feel so cool and fun. And I was just like, they didn't let up one bit. I'm like, this is why I love professional wrestling. So y'all get your kudos
exactly.
are here because y'all brought it, and you did not make me mad at any point throughout the night. I'm like, thank gosh, because it's very rare. But Bolton Oleg, new champion, and I'm like, can't wait to see where this goes. Moving on though to our third match of the evening, and my goodness, this one was also another fun one.
Mm,
Again, I kind of knew the outcome going into this because I was just like, again, I rewatched this weekend. I was just like, yeah, it makes sense because now Ricochet has to contend against 21 other people at Revolution this upcoming weekend. But this is for the AEW National Championship. Ricochet defending the title against the Bone Soldier of Taiji Ishimori. I love Taiji. I really, really do. He's one of my favorites in New Japan. Well, that's currently there still. But I thought this was a really fun match. Ricochet doing Ricochet things. The crowd, calling him bald, which was fantastic. I was like, the crossover is real. um, I will say though, this was a solid match. I did kind of want a little bit more from both of them because I know both of them can go, but I understand because we Ricochet still got AEW appearances coming up. He has a whole pay-per-view coming up this weekend that he's defending the title against. And honestly, New Japan can't afford any injuries right now, given how many people already left the company. So Taiji going out on injury could also not be it. I still really enjoyed this match. I will say for me personally, this is probably towards the bottom of my uh matches of the night, but in no way, shape, or form do I think it's a bad match in its entirety. It's really
mm,
good stuff. And that's saying something. If this is still really solid, but this was at the bottom, that just means all the other matches I saw on this card were crazy good. And this was still pretty good. So I don't want people to think, be like, you hated this match. No, I never said that. I just said that it was a great match, but it's at the bottom in terms of my, oh my God, I almost threw things at my screen kind of matches.
yeah. Uh, First off, I wanted to just say that who approved that mask?
And let's talk about it because I was just like, am I missing something here? I was like, whose idea was this?
What? Like what? Oh, somebody, he's got to have a friend in the back, right? That was just like, you can't wear that out there. Jeez.
I was like, listen, I was like, you don't, I was like, really? We don't got a girl in the back to be like, don't wear that. Don't put that out there. It's just like, Ricochet, I don't think you got friends because they let you. I was just like, ooh. I was like, this mask though. I was just like, you don't got friends in the back. I was like, how dare you? I was just like,
Yeah.
that's just rude. I was like, ooh, they don't like you.
Oh man.
Especially if they let you come out looking like that. I was like, you're fired. They're all
That,
fired.
yeah, that wasn't it, man. Like,
Back to the drawing board, sis. Like, absolutely not.
uh, but like this one was sort of like a dream match for me. Because Ricochet's Ricochet. He's best of Super Junior's legend. Pretty much reinvented the game, and then like left New Japan right around the time that Ishimori returned as the Bone Soldier, or the Bullet Club, and but we still got some really great stuff in this one, and like we even got like a classic Ricochet combo with the Brain Buster and the Lion Salt, was really neat. Like just seeing Ricochet back in a New Japan ring, just I had all the warm fuzzies. you know?
It's been a hot minute because, at least to my knowledge, the last time I saw Ricochet was Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty last year. So it's just like, damn, it's been a whole year for Ricochet. That's insane. Um, but yeah, this was a pretty solid match. It wasn't necessarily like at the top of my favorite matches, but again, it was
Mm.
still really solid. Ricochet does retain the AEW National Championship. And you know what? Taiji, we'll see you probably in Best of the Super Juniors coming up here after Sakura Genesis, because I'm I need to see this bracket because I'm like, I need to know. We need to figure out. And Best of the Super Juniors ended up being my favorite tournament of New Japan's last year, and I hope it's the case this year. Also, I would like to publicly declare that New Japan, you need to bring and put in Mao again from DDP Pro Wrestling again, because he was great. And also, I'm excited to see which AEW talent will be coming on over too, because Nick Wayne and Kevin Knight were amazing last year too. So
Yeah, Nick Wayne did make his return on ROH this past
thank
week. So
God, I have missed him. So we got some new stuff coming up. Ricochet's gonna be a busy man. He's gonna be in the pre-show, again fighting 21 other dudes to retain his national championship. So that should be fun. More on that breakdown tomorrow during our AEW post show, because we got to move on. Because right now, yes, I was like, yes. Uh, I didn't know I wanted Kushida and Despy as a tag team until I saw it. Also,
I
Jordan
know,
and
right?
Al, and then Jordan and Alec, guys, like, you are still GCW tag team champions. You are signed to AEW. Not only were you on this show, but you got invited to the Match Invitational in Vegas happening in April with New Japan. And I'm just like, good God, like, y'all boys are just living the best life. But this is a tag team match. Kushida, who is our new and current MLW middle featherweight champion, and of course, Despy El Desperado, taking on Jordan Oliver and Alec Price, also known as Busta in the Brain. Um, this was stupid fun. This was
Yeah,
stupid fun for me. Oh my gosh, I love it.
yeah. Alex Price doing Alec Price thing. Like been seeing that kid jump off of things for a long time, and like as you said, like I never thought I wanted Despy and Kushida as a tag team until I saw it, and I was like, "Oh my, they're perfect for each other." Put the tag titles on them now. You know? uh, but man, like that, Busting the Brain had a really nice shine in this one, and then like once things started breaking down and like Kushida started like really uh grounding Busting in the Brain. That shit slowed down for a little bit, but like man was it was high pace.
It definitely was, and I was really happy and excited with this one too. Because I mean, again, I love Jordan Oliver and Alec Price. They are one of my favorite independent tag teams currently. Kushida and Despy individually are great, but at them as a tag team worked really well. And this was like a really fun, like junior heavyweight division style tag team match, and I love those. I'm gonna be for real. Like, I would not be mad if Jordan and Alec end up in the best of the Super Juniors coming up this year. So I'm
Oh yes,
excited.
please.
I'm excited. So this should be a lot of fun. So I look forward to this 100%. So Kushida and Despy do end up picking up the victory here. But shout out to Busta in the Brain. They did a fantastic job. So I was just like, you know what? I'm having a really good time with, life, and I'm having a fun time. I was like, what's next on the card? And I was just like, there we go. Oh, back it up.
Oh man.
Jimmy H. Christmas. I was just like, these two, they are, to me, this is a good example of the fight forever. Like, I can watch
Yeah.
ELP and Takeshita fight forever, and they have fought forever in New Japan on various occasions. This is for the NJPW World Television Champion, the champion El Phantasmal ELP versus Konosuke Takeshita. I was just like, it gets one of those because I was just like, I loved it. They went at it. The crowd was like so against the time limit draw. So is ELP. We got 5 more minutes, and I was just like, love this match. Highly recommend.
Man, you know, there used to be like an old adage about in wrestling about like two guys that would like go on the circuit and just like do a match and just it gets signed and then do that match forever, like excuse me, like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, for example, right? Like these two, I could see fight forever. Like these two, like make each other step up their game, and I love that they played into the time limit draw from the week prior on AEW with Moxley. I find it really rather interesting that Takeshita is going for two time limit belts at the moment. Uh, I like the idea of champ Takeshita. You know,
Honestly, I feel
good.
like yeah, I agree. I
Uh,
feel like at this point, Takeshita, like if he ends up, well, I mean, spoiler alert, we get to the time limit. We get 5 more minutes. He beats ELP to become the new NJPW World Television Champion. But if Takeshita ends out walking out of Los Angeles as the Continental Champion too, I was like, at this point of his young career, Takeshita is really good to just have like, you got 20 minutes, just put on a banger and like go. I'm like, cool, I'm here for that.
mm.
Just go out there, put on a banger for 15, 20 minutes and call it a day. I'm like, good on you. Because Takeshita, I feel like can do that.
Yeah, they could even be like, you have the time limit is 20 minutes, and then he beats someone in like three. So like just to establish the time limit, you know.
Hmm. Yeah. So this match ruled. This was a blast to watch. Again, I'm pretty sure we'll get a rematch down the line in some capacity, but ELP and Takeshita never disappoint me. They were fantastic. And I had a blast with this one. And it's really fun to see Rocky Romero as kind of like Takeshita's liaison for New Japan. I'm like, man, you are Rocky, you are booked and busy, my friend. You are everywhere, and it's fantastic, and we love it for you. But second championship change of the night, Takeshita is your new NJPW World Champion or Television Champion. So that was a lot of fun. All right, moving on. We get this next match because I was just like, what else have we got? This is gonna get nuts. Damn. Listen. You want to talk about four beefy people fighting each other? You get this match, and I was just like, so man, I had a blast with this one. For the IWGP Tag Team Champions, you had the challengers in the Demand, which is the Gates of Agony, being represented by Bishop Khan and Toa Leona. Taking on the champions, Yota Ice and Oscar of the Knock, and these, of course, are affectionately known as the Knockout Bros. Listen, I know here in America, we have gangsters. I was just like, Yota Ice can fit into like a Japanese gang, and I love it. But these four just hit each other really hard, and I was entertained.
Yeah, this match was fantastic. Like I saw a lot of a couple people complaining that it was a little slow in parts, but like this was like a New Japan uh style tag match. Like you know, a lot of people watching this are like comparing it to like the Western formula of tag team wrestling, but for this formula, they friggin' killed it. Like it was fantastic. And what was it like Toa like doing the double slam on Yuta Ice and Oscar, or Yuto Ice and Oscar? Like, wow. I'm still mind blown by it.
I'm so happy for the Knockout Bros coming back. Like, I was a little hesitant when they first came back. I was just like, and then they like won the tag team titles like immediately. I was like, or at least in a short time, I was like, okay, let's see how this is gonna go. And then every match since then, I was just like, nah, the Knockout Bros are them. Like, I love them. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
And also, and I gotta give kudos and flowers to the Gates of Agony too, because like since being paired up with Ricochet, everywhere he goes, they go, and they've gotten this year alone in the last 2 months, they've wrestled in New Japan. They got to wrestle in Mexico. They continue to improve and diversify their move set. And I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, we have been watching Gates of Agony forever in the last 2 years, and they have, waiting for them to get this shot. And I'm just like, I'm so happy for these two, and they put on a hell of a match, and this was a lot of fun. But of course, the Knockout Bros retain their IWGP Tag Team Championships. But damn, let's run it back, Tony, and Ghetto
Yes.
and Tanahashi, run it back. I was just like, whenever he's back, but they're busy right now. But whenever he gets healed, let's throw these two plus Jake Doyle and Mark Davis. Like, let's just get all the beef in there.
Oh wow.
God, I was just
Let's
like,
do
I
it.
don't know if I can. Yeah, I'm here for it. I don't know if I can handle all that meat, but I'm here for it. Like, we're eating carne asada tonight, boys. So I'm just sitting here. I'm like, this match ruled. I was just like, what else do we got on this card tonight? Oh wait, hold up. Okay, it gets one of these. It gets one of these. My God, the last
Oh,
72 hours. I know I rewatched this.
absolutely.
In the last 72 hours, fucking women's wrestling be carrying 2026 already, and I'm like, goddamn, it's only been 72 hours, and the amount of women's wrestling matches that are already on my match of the year contender list is nuts already. This was one of them over this past weekend. Jesus Christ. IWGP Women's Championship, Shuri versus, the fallen goddess Athena. Oh my God, this match ruled.
Oh man. You know, uh it was nice seeing Athena as a challenger for once. And uh she's incredibly innovative, and it really showed here. There was uh Shuri had gone for a kick, and Athena like ducked it and somehow turned it into a tombstone pile driver. And I was like, "What? What just even happened?" like, like, it was so fluid and just like, oh man, she's one of the best in the world. That Athena, but like,
Seriously.
so Shuri, like, I think Shuri has at least 3 of the top women's matches of the year already for me. like,
Homegirl has been busy the last weekend or so, but for us watching it, it's been like the last 72 hours. It's been nuts. And there is a reason that not only is she, well, Shuri is her. And we talked a little bit about this off camera, but like is probably your top face in stardom right now, at least to me, because she is the IWGP Women's Champion. She is the leader of her faction, God's Eyes. So she definitely showed up and showed out and showed why she's the leader of the God's Eye faction in Stardom.
mm,
And then, like, again, at some point this year, I'm hoping it's at All Star Grand Queendom. You have to have Shuri and Saya Kamitani have a rematch because we got it at Wrestle Kingdom, but I want a full like 40-minute match and let them run. I was like, you have your ultimate face in Shuri versus your ultimate heel in Saya Kamitani. And I was just like, run it back, Stardom, run it back. But also run this back and honestly, Shuri versus anyone at this point in the world. I was like, sign me up. I will buy a ticket, I'll sit my happy ass down, and I will watch wholeheartedly.
yes. Uh, Man, what a week! What a weekend of female wrestling, and like, I yeah, this was so much. This was so great. Like, actually, finally getting able to see Athena, uh, you know, loose of the for lack of a better term, like not having to work within the time constraints of you know, we get a 4 minute match before Dynamite, so go out there and sell your story for the next pay per view.
Mhm.
And this, I don't know what else to say because this match was so much damn fun.
Seriously. Oh my god. Like I cannot this match was so good. And again, it's on my match of the year contender list already. And I'm just like, it's barely the end of February, you guys. Like, so crazy. And then when I watched Wrestle Kingdom, I was like, well, I have like 10 of these matches now on my match of the year. So I don't know how this is gonna work out, but we gonna fit
yeah,
we gonna figure it out. But Athena gave it her all. Unfortunately, Shuri just was had the edge a little bit, and she ends up retaining the IWGP Women's Championship. But good God, I'm just like, Athena out here just doing side quests at this point. She's out here doing side quests. Oh man, this was great. I was just
uh,
like, I could go home happy. Oh wait, we still got a match left. All right, cool. But damn, this was easily my match of the entire night.
oh, easily. And even though we said yay to the New Jersey fans, boo to the guy that was trying to take a selfie for far too long as Shuri was trying to make her entrance so they could play the video package for Alex Windsor.
I was like, I need you to like get out the way. Which, yeah. So let's talk about that. So Shuri wins, and then we get the video because again, this happened 2 weeks ago, and so we're covering it now due to our schedule. But Alex Windsor is on the Titantron, and in a pre-tape, and she challenges Shuri to a match for the New Japan Strong Championship at Eve's Wrestle Kingdom 8, and I was like, damn, okay, well, I'm gonna have at that point I was like, all right, we're gonna watch it, we're gonna see how that match goes. Tune in this Thursday to figure out how we felt about that match. Spoiler alert, that was banging, and again, it is also on my match of the year list already.
yeah.
So, but more on that on Thursday because Benny and I will be, doing the Electro Boogaloo Part 2 as we will be reunited again, talking about that on this Thursday. But Benny, as I mentioned, we do have one more match to talk about that occurred at the New Beginning USA, and that is for the IWGP, World Heavyweight Championship, or the global at least. Double champion Yota Tsuji is out here like just doing everything. This man's got multiple matches coming up, defending 2 titles, and I was just like, damn, you are busy. Now, of course, Andrade got this match because he did beat Gabe Kidd, previously in Japan, and so this match is happening. Yota Tsuji and his car, where in the world is Carmen San Diego looking ass? I love it for it though. um, this was a really good match. I don't want to say that it was okay. I actually really enjoyed it. This came in a close second or third for me as far as my favorite matches of the night went. But, you know, I don't know. I feel like there was just some tiny ingredient for me personally missing it to push it over the age from great to, oh my God, this is amazing. But still really solid work. Yota Tsuji is coming into his own, is currently the face for New Japan since we have lost a lot of our stars to either other companies or they're on excursion or have just straight up left the company. And Andrade out here is finally able to wrestle again after, legally being granted able to do so and winning his cause and being able to fight all over the world, which is fantastic. Um, but yeah, this was a really great match. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, Benny, what did you think about this main event?
Man, this was really fun. Like, I always thought that this match would sort of be like the Spider-Man meme, like, because there's sort of like the same. I don't know. They got the sort of the same vibe, like, they're both tranquilo, and uh, one thing I love is this little story wrinkle. Is that Suchi's been beating AEW stars with young lion moves. I love that. Like, it's such a great little wrinkle. Like, it's so disrespectful. I love it.
Like, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna beat you with these finishers out here. I'm gonna beat you with the NJPW like basic bitch 101 moves that like everybody is taught when they first start up in here. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, yo, he's really making the case. It's like he don't he don't mess with the AEW stars, and if they come over here, he's gonna show them be like, you don't deserve this finisher. You don't get a basic bitch move, and I am here for the mess and pettiness.
So am I. How fantastic is that? And
Listen,
uh,
yeah.
how much smug can you be? I love it.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Andrade was on rare form in this match. Like, he even did like he's been doing it lately, but the missed moonsault spot where like he puts the person like out too far, or
Mhm.
like the person rolls like as he's about to hit it, he lands on his
Mhm.
feet and hits it again. Just come back from knee surgery. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Andrade's just like, all right, all good is new. All right, how crazy can we get? And I'm just like, slow your roll.
Yeah, right. Have you seen Muda walk?
I was just like,
Like,
good gosh.
uh,
And, and also, I was thinking at this point, I'm like, Andrade, I love you, but please be careful. Because at the same time, I'm like, I need you to be ready because I need you there for Sunday at Revolution because you cannot get hurt because I need my 2 Latin idols, my 2 Latin stars just duking it out. You and Bandito is going to be amazing. And I cannot wait for that one. But Yota Tsuji is still your IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion. And in the press conference, he's like, "All right, which bitch is next? Step up right now." I was just like, "Okay, then." we're going to find out who Yota faces next, because unless we get another championship match, we're going to figure out who the winner of this New Japan Cup is going to be facing Yota, probably at Sakura Genesis. So that's coming up. And honestly, that is it. That is how the NJPW, the New Beginning USA, ends. And honestly, again, going into the show after everything post Wrestle Kingdom has kind of been a moving parts. We've had people leave the company. Some people are on hiatus. Like, again, we minus like Titan, like there he is the only member left of the of this. I mean, Hiromu Takahashi is gone, Finlay is gone, Clark Connors and Gabe Kidd are now with in AEW. Sonata's on hiatus, Evil is gone. Um, I'm just like, I'm looking over at everybody else. I was like, all right, Yota, Takeshita, and Zach, y'all got some work to do. Y'all carry this company in 2026. Like, good God. Like, it's crazy out here. But after the show, my friend, I have to say, I am a little bit more at peace, and I am looking forward to what the rest of the road to Sakura Genesis leads to. Y'all did the darn thing, and you definitely made me feel better going into Sakura Genesis for sure.
Yeah, this show was really fun. The What I was gonna say about the like the mass exodus is that the only one benefiting from it seems is like Chase Owens being like, "I'm gonna play the long game."
Oh, Chase, good old Chasey boy. No,
But
so
I kid, but he's a solid hand. Um, I thought this whole entire show was like there's been a lot of shows lately that like on paper you're like, wow, there's no way this didn't live up to the hype, and then it does, and then you're like, how? Like, how was Ricochet and Ishimori like one of the weaker matches on this card? You know, like
and it was still
insane.
excellent.
It was still great. It was still great.
So again, like I said, the New Beginning USA definitely makes me feel a lot better going into Sakura Genesis. And it seems that the way that it's touted, I don't think that they're bringing Resurgence again this year. So I don't get to see New Japan in Southern California in May. But unless that changes, the next time that New Japan will be back in the States is that for the first time ever in the G1's history, night one, opening night of the G1 is going to be here in the States. They are starting the tournament off here in the States. So opening night is going to be happening. And of course, in Chicago, I was like, damn it, Chicago always gets the good shit. Like, why? I'm like, I know it's the wrestling city here in the States, but gosh, but no. So that's the next time that they'll be back in the States. But we still got a couple other things, like Benny will be back in like 2 weeks to cover the New Japan Cup finals because that's coming up shortly. And then literally we'll
Yeah.
be at Sakura Genesis. So we got a busy schedule for us. But yeah, that's gonna be it for us here tonight. It was really nice to have Strong Style Syndicate come back. The last time we were here is when we covered Wrestle Kingdom, and my how a month has changed. But again, we'll be back in 2 weeks to cover the New Japan Cup finals, and then the following week or the week after that, we literally have Sakura Genesis, which is the big spring event for New Japan. But we have a fully jam-packed schedule this week because we got a lot of things that are happening. So to kind of kick off this crazy week, tomorrow night, of course, we have our AEW post-show breakdown, in which the AEW crew will be talking about this past week's Dynamite and Collision. And for us, this will be our go home post show for us, as we will be talking about Dynamite and Collision, but then we'll also be making our predictions because Benny, the first pay per view of 2026 for AEW is upon us. Revolution is this Sunday. And I'm like, oh my God, we are finally here. And of course, your
Yeah.
boy is going to be in the building because it is in Los Angeles, and I will be in the building live on Sunday. So I'm excited. And we'll see how many, like,
Oh,
how,
you're gonna get a good one.
huh?
You're gonna get a good one.
Oh,
It's gonna be a
man.
good show.
Oh, man. The matches we have so far. And then I'm like, Tony Khan's going to add like 20 more matches to the card before the show. And I'm
Oh,
excited. But no,
oh yeah.
I'm excited. I cannot wait. I'm looking forward to this. Like the crazy thing for me is that the most random match that was made, not because it's for a rematch for the trios championship, but Hangman being being in the MJF match for the world title, he's just like, I call for backup, and then Tony Khan just drops the graphic. It's like, yeah, Mystico's gonna be there. I'm like, I beg your pardon, you can't just drop that on me. Like, you were gonna have the CMLL middleweight champion just be with jet speed. I'm like, ah, shit, defying gravity off mode. Let's go. The card looks fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, we'll be doing our predictions tomorrow night. And then on Wednesday, we go from making predictions about a pay per view to talking about one as the NXT crew will also the NXT crew will be here on Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, as we talk about Vengeance Day. And once again, I know people have different feelings about WWE and NXT, but once again, this weekend the women carried it for me. Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame. That match was a barn burner, and Lord have mercy. Once again, women's wrestling be out here giving us what we want. But we will be talking about all of Vengeance Day this Wednesday. And then at 8 p.m. Pacific, the same night, CMLL, we will be covering the Women's Independence Day show. All women's wrestling once again. Crossover between CMLL, Stardom, and AEW. That was such a fun show, and we're going to talk about it. Then on Thursday, we continue the International Women's Day and International Women's Month train going because Benny and I will be back Thursday to talk about the first pay-per-view to get a grade of A- or higher from me this year. It is barely March. We're going to be talking about Eve's Wrestle Kingdom 8, and good God, like, I have never felt so alive and happy as a wrestling
Hmm.
fan. And my God, I may have shed a tear or two. No, I did shed some tears by the time I was done because I was just like, I was like, oh my God, this is why I love professional wrestling, and this is why fell in love with it to begin with. I was in tears of how good that show was. Holy shit.
Same. Same.
So Benny and I will be crying once again on Thursday talking about this amazing show. So please come in and watch. Then, of course, we're going to end things this week on Friday with the TNA show. I will be at Revolution on Sunday. And then Monday, I will be back in this little chair talking about some Stardom as I talk about the finals of the Cinderella tournament, which is going to set up a title match, which is going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, we got some fun stuff coming this week. I would like to thank my friendo, Mr. Bear Nakano, for being here this evening. And, I'm glad that it's me and him because, the squad is in the house. I was just like, that is what we are doing. And we're going to do it all over again Thursday. But make sure to tune in for the rest of the shows we got this week. But that's going to be it for us here tonight. Thank you so much for watching. From all of us here at BC WrestlePod to you at home, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, stay iconic, and more importantly than anything, you always deserve to finish your story. We'll catch you tomorrow for our AEW show. But until then, sayonara, adios, and until next time, peace.